Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 011, Arithmetic, Section 1.6, Problem 18. This is Section 1.6, Problem 18. We have to multiply 246 times 135. So there's a lot of multiplying that we'll do here. So start with the number in the bottom rightmost position, 5, and multiply the 5 times the entire top row. So 5 times 6 is 30. So put the 0 from the 30 under the 5. Take the 3 from the 30 and carry it to the top of the next column over to the left. Now we'll multiply 5 times 4 and add the 3 that we carried from the previous multiplication. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 plus 3 more is 23. So I put the 3 from the 23 in the column where I'm working, carry the 2 from the 23 to the top of the next column over to the left. So now I'll multiply 5 times 2 and then add the 2 that I carried from the previous multiplication. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 more is 12. So now the 5 in the bottom row is all set. Now I move over and multiply the next digit over the 3 times the entire top row. And before I do that, I either have to move over a position automatically to the left or fill in the rightmost position of the next row down with a 0. Now I can multiply times 3. 3 times 6 is 18. So I put the 8 from the 18 in the column where I'm working, carry the 1 from the 18 to the top of the next column. So I'll cross off the number that I carried previously and replace it with a 1. So now I'll multiply 3 times 4 and add the 1 that I carried. 3 times 4 is 12, and then I add 1 more. 12 and 1 more is 13. So for 13, you put the 3 from the 13 in the column where you're working, carry the 1 from the 13 to the top of the next column over to the left. And again, I cross off the number that I carried from the previous multiplication. So now 3 times 2 is 6, and then I add the 1 that I carried from before. So 6 plus 1 more is 7. Now I've multiplied the 3 times the entire top row. I'm done with the 3. So I go over to the next digit to the left, which is a 1, and I multiply that through the top row. Now, before I start that multiplication, now I have to move over 2 positions to the left or start right out of the gate by filling in 2 zeros. Either way is good. I fill in the zeros. Some people prefer not to write them, and they just move over as many positions as they need to. But I have my 2 zeros, and now I'm going to multiply 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. Now I can add the rows of numbers that I got from my multiplications. I'll start in the rightmost column, and I add 0 plus 0 plus 0. That's 0. The next column over to the left, 3 plus 8 plus 0. Well, 3 plus 8 is 11. 11 plus 0 is 11. Now, for the 11, I put the 1 from the right half of the 11 under the column where I'm working, and I carry the 1 from the left half of the 11 to the top of the next column. And now I'm going to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 more is 6. 6 plus another 6 is 12. And again, I'll have to carry. I put the 2 from the 12 into the column where I'm working. I carry the 1 from the 12 to the top of the next column. And now I will add 1 plus 1 plus 7 plus 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. So again, I put the 3 from the 13 under the column where I'm working, and then I carry the 1 from the 13 to the top of the next column to the left. And then I add 1 plus 2, which is 3. And now I have a final answer. And if you like, you can put in a comma between the 3 and the 2 to show how many thousands. This would be 33,210.